Here we go.
So these are the final members of staff forming a line-up there. I just want to make sure that you remain on your toes and maybe have to tell us who's who there. I recognise the gentleman on the right of the picture there with the white tag. He's one of the managers there at the Lindo wing. He was there sweeping his hand, just making sure everybody was there in their position. We noticed also earlier, Tim, that the Queen's press secretary was there, as well as William and Catherine's press secretary, who of course bounded down the steps 28 hours ago with the folder. So it's a joint effort, Buckingham Palace making absolutely sure this goes perfectly smoothly, apart from that small matter of timing. I'm now going to shut up. The doors are open. Ladies and gentlemen, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and the Prince of Cambridge.
I think we'd all first of all like to say congratulations to you both. From all of us, congratulations. What we'd like to know is what you can tell us about the baby.
Well, he's a big Alonso, that's for sure. He's a big boy, he's quite heavy, but we're still working on a name, so we'll have that as soon as we can. But it's the first time we've seen him really, so having a proper chance to catch up and see him.
What did you look like?
Very special. It was, and I remind him of his tardiness when he's a bit older. I know how long you've all been sat out here, so hopefully the hospital and you guys can all go back to normal now and we can look after him. So.
Does he look like you or Catherine?
He's got her lip, thankfully. Wait and see, people, wait and see. I've done that already. Good. Because he's going to wait more than me, thank God. Thanks a lot, thank you.
One of the most remarkable moments I have ever witnessed in about 40 years of covering royal moments. A one-day king holding another one-day king next to a woman just delivered of an 8.5-pound baby 26 hours ago. Utter genius. Quote, William, he's got a good pair of lungs. We're getting to know him. I will remind him later of his tardiness for keeping you waiting.
And when he was asked about who the baby looked like, quick nod to Catherine, he's got her lips. So an extraordinary news conference that we could have barely imagined, and our very own Tim Hewitt asking those questions as you heard the Duke and Duchess on the spot with their new baby, wrapped up, swaddled very neatly, the little hand emerging from the blanket, and quite a good view of the baby. So they're preparing now to move away from the hospital, and we can show you again the images that will last long in many memories.
Eve Pollard, you've seen of it. Let's not make the Victoria joke again. This was a moment of journalistic and monarchical history.
Absolutely. I mean, they seemed so relaxed with the press out there. You know, you felt they were, you know, just taking their time. It was a day out. They were just showing off their little baby to his little hand, creeping out, and she's bringing him up and down so he keeps happy. But I mean, they're talking to the press as if they were somebody they really knew well.
It's extraordinary. I mean, they didn't just stand on the steps and wait for the questions to be shouted across as what we're used to. They came over, they were relaxed.
And William even shuffled to the two, didn't he? There was one camera position with Tim, and then he moved along the line, what have you.
And then she held him, and then he held him. It was like they knew, this is our precious baby, and we know you're interested.
Okay, we just want to pop back to Tim. We're running the pictures again, Tim, but you are joining us live now. What was the reaction amongst you people down there covering it? But we're all almost bowled over by what we've seen and how we saw it.
Well, it was pretty cacophonous, as you could hear. It was a carefully orchestrated and I think very well arranged little encounter there. I slightly owe an apology for asking a second question when I should have shut up, but I'm afraid natural instincts kicked in there. But as you can see, they were, I think, very relaxed. William is always great in front of the cameras, Catherine a little bit less so, but there was pandemonium behind me. I don't know if you could hear that. As I say, hundreds and hundreds of photographers who really have been waiting and waiting here for so long to get this photograph. And you know, for some of them, quite possibly the most important photograph they've taken. I mean, you know, the future king being held in his parents' arms on a closed street in central London. Now, as you can see, the Range Rover has pulled up in front of the Lindo wing. I suspect that baby Cambridge, as yet unnamed, and we're told, by the way, that he won't be named, or we won't be given his name today anyway. That will possibly happen tomorrow. I suspect he is being carefully put in his baby seat for the process of being put in the back of the Royal Range Rover, and here he comes in his baby seat.
Another glimpse of the new prince, just like many new parents. Here goes the shuffle with the car seat. Let's see how long it takes him.
This may take a little while, as indeed. Oh, no, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant, there he is, and driving himself a family tradition. The baby seat is a good thing. I imagine the Queen occasionally doesn't quite manage to get the seatbelt on either, and certainly never wears a hard hat when she's driving. So safety there, Prince William has the seatbelt on. Just as we see the cars pull away, their own car, of course, the close security one. Tim, Catherine also said clearly a very emotional time, such a very special time. And William said, time now to catch up.
You may not have been able to hear us in all of that noise. An amazing view there of Prince William waving to those crowds who've been out there for such a long time as he makes his way now to Kensington Palace.
And that is it from us on this historic day, on the day that we saw for the first time not one future king, but in that picture, two future kings who were visited this afternoon by a third future king. A truly historic moment, not seen since the times of Queen Victoria. The Prince, just a day old, came out of St Mary's Hospital exactly 7:13 p.m. in his mother's arms. Then it was his father's turn. Prince William took his son from his wife and brought him closer to the crowds.
He's quite a big boy and he's quite heavy, said William. He said as new parents they were feeling emotional. We'll have all the latest images and reaction on News at 10 later tonight from us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.